Alright, Doug, here's the first one assembled. I didn't put any screws in. I just put it together. It actually holds itself together. And I don't have the circuit board, obviously, so I have the little clips. And this is using you can see that heater insert. There's bright orange. That is currently at 51 watts, which is all the power in the world we would need. I'm going to take a draw off this thing and just kind of show you it's been loaded. And yeah, you get to see me blow it out. It's a lot of vapor. It's like the 4th or 5th hit I've taken off this thing. A couple of things we're going to have to change. On here, these panels where we indented them, the material's thin, and I could actually move it with my finger from the heat already. So we need to add whatever thickness of material we subtracted from the front, or even and then add that to the back side so that it's has the same total thickness as this part over here does. Then I'll set this down, Doug, so you can see the rest. It's a little on the difficult side to separate right now, and I think that has to do with the tolerances are pretty damn tight. But I didn't want to sand it until you saw where we're at. You know, I could easily sand it and make it easier, but hold on. And it is hot. So you can see the tab, it's actually hanging up on is this one right there. So what I will do is I will sand that tab a little bit to make it easier. The pot, you can see it's black because I'm drawing hard. The part comes in. This is not very hot at all, Doug. It's probably 90 degrees, maybe 100 at the very most. Okay, maybe a little more, maybe 110. Sets nicely. This could be dumped easily, placed back in easily, and then setting the unit back on here. Yeah, I know it only goes one way. Is pretty straightforward, pretty easy, and kind of a gentle little push down with my hand, and it's on. And we'll just show you just to make sure it's there. Nothing's changed, right? It's a go. I'm going to take another draw. And it's good. It's doing really good vaporizing. There's nothing left on that pot, and it hasn't turned into it hasn't combusted yet. So I'm sure I can make it combust, but if this unit can withstand this whole 50 watts, man, we've got a fucking great vaporizer. Not very difficult to assemble. Of course, I don't have the circuit board, so that'll be a little bit of a challenge, and I'll have to see how it works when I put the actual grommet in the side part. But pretty happy. The top looks awesome. You did a great job. Like I say, I'm going to wait till I see you for the screws. We'll drill the hole size based on what you tell me it's supposed to be, and then I'll thread them in, and we'll see if it locks in nice and tight. But just as a press fit, it's it's a pretty good fit. It's a well-designed part, so you did a great job on it. If we can make this 50-watt heater work, I'm happy with that. and then the temperature's hot. Hot. When I was saying that, I was touching this area. The only thought I have in my mind right now, these parts, as you can see, I can touch them and they're not burning me, but this black part, which is touching the glass, is. So either we're going to have to identify this with a stamp that says the word hot, or a thought came to mind, which was to make a cone-shaped, like a half dome metal mesh that would be stamped, and then it can insert from the bottom side, and that would keep fingers away from that. Now, it's not necessary, Doug. I know that we could all just print this thing, and yeah, there'd be a screen there too, by the way. I didn't put it in. We can just stamp it hot. But at this point, once I paint this thing, and you see this in high gloss black and high gloss white with the matching circuit board and the knob, it will truly be one of the fucking sexiest things out there. So if I had to spend another couple grand on a die to do this with a little dome, I'm open to that idea, to make sure that there is, like, we didn't hold back on this. It's got everything in it that we wanted, and it's a good looking unit. These parts here, like I say, you'll thicken them up because those are fucking hot. So if I can touch it, it's probably like 150, 160. And the acrylic is good for double that. But the adhesive, I mean, we're going to need a pretty substantial piece of adhesive to hold that on there. So those guys are in Orange County. I'll meet with them next week, and then we can talk about whether or not the adhesive is going to be an issue or not an issue. Other than that, I'm going to finish this video, send it to you, and then I'll call you tonight, and we'll go from there. Oh, by the way, you mentioned something about a hook to set this or to wrap this. Let me know what that was, and we'll go from there. And I will confirm this part here, your grommet. I'm making one in rubber right now. It's still drying. I'm making the mold right now. So when the mold's done, I'll make a part using the same silicone rubber, and I'll cut a notch in it big enough for a 1/4 inch hole. And that way we'll be able to have a finished unit that's photographable, and pretty happy guy. Alright, Doug, talk to you soon. Hey Doug, one more video. It's probably been 45 minutes that this thing's been on a full 51 watts. And I've got my little handy dandy infrared thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give some readings so we know what we're dealing with. Right here at the very base, 83 degrees. If we go up, you can see, actually, you know what? How's that? Smart money. So right here at the bottom of the adhesive area, 90 degrees. In the middle, let's see if I got it. In the middle, 145 degrees. At the very top of the thin plastic, 210 degrees. The nice thick section of the hot plastic there, 176. And then the last thing is the this guy right here. Well, if I could hold still, 550, 50, 496, 500. So it's a pretty hot temperature right there. But if it was 500 degrees, I'd singe the meat on my fingers. So that meter doesn't do real good on black surfaces. It's hot, Doug. I'm going to probably wildly say it's probably 175, 180 degrees. Because I can touch this area for a little bit longer. That's 180, 170, right? This is 200. That's pretty hot. So we're probably somewhere in the same range, somewhere around 210 to 220. Not bad. Anyway, call me up.